Hello everyone, it's your trustworthy pal here, 8-Bit Otter, coming at you with a brand new series, Boomer Boompo, where we teach you Japanese grammar through pop culture to make your Japanese studies mototonoshi. So stick around, you just might learn a thing or two. Hell, I might even learn something myself. One of my favorite manga series of all time is the original Yu-Gi-Oh! The story is about a shy high school student named Yugi, whose life changes after he solves the ancient Egyptian relic, the Millennium Puzzle. The criteria for all good stories is present in this series. It has heart, humor, and spectacle. And oh god, was it creepy as hell at times. Creator Takahashi Kazuki had the daring idea to make a battle manga where the main character doesn't need to throw a single punch in order to defeat their enemies. No Punch Man would have been an appropriate title, but Takahashi went with Yu-Gi-Oh! In the 9th chapter of the manga, the card game Magic and Wizards was introduced. An obvious homage, or ripoff depending on your standpoint, of Wizards of the Coast's popular card battling game, Magic the Gathering. The chapter was a hit, and due to fan interest, Takahashi was asked to make Magic and Wizards a reality. The card battling aspect would become the main focus of the series from chapter 60 onward, and the name would change to Duel Monsters, and ultimately become the real-world card game Yu-Gi-Oh! Aside from being a fun and quirky card game, it's also a great source to learn some Nihon no Bunpo. On the topic of Magic and Wizards, let's talk about the ultimate magical wizard in terms of attack and defense. I speak, of course, of the Dark Magician. This iconic sorcerer is one of the most recognizable cards from the franchise, and it's the signature card of the first series protagonist, Yugi Moto. In the OCG, he's called Black Magician, but what does that mean? His name is actually of English origins, meaning Black Magician, like as in black magic, devil-worshipping magic, Satanism magic. Yeah, that kind of black magic. I assume Konami and 4Kids changed his name to Dark Magician because they didn't want to affiliate their franchise's main character's boss monster with allusions to Satanism. So yeah, Dark Magician, a much more friendly choice. For kids. Buraku Magician is written in katakana, but what is katakana?
I ask myself rhetorically, and I'm going to segue into my next point.
Japanese has 3 commonly used writing systems, but to make things brief, let's cover 2 for now. The first is hiragana. This is essentially the Japanese alphabet, but instead of 26 characters, it has 46 characters. Hiragana is easily identifiable by its curvy shapes. The second writing system, katakana, is more blocky and rigid. This writing system is used predominantly to write foreign origin words, although occasionally you will see Japanese origin words and names written in katakana. Also, onomatopoeia is occasionally written in katakana. Wow, that's a mouthful to say. Katakana is helpful to identify foreign origin words, also known as gairaigo, because they're always written in katakana. You'd be surprised how many gairaigo words originate from English. If you're on HelloTalk and having a Japanese conversation, and you find yourself in a pinch, and you don't know that one Japanese word for that one thing you're trying to say, just say it in katakana. There is a chance they will understand you. Thank you, JFZ, for that helpful tip. You may be saying, or I may be saying, in order to set up a straw argument, yo man, why don't they just write their foreign origin words using hiragana do? Because hiragana do is only good for making hiragana pizza. Katakana is useful because it breaks a sentence up into readable chunks, helps you identify foreign nouns, verbs, and adjectives. Side note, it looks pretty cool too. In short, the first step in mastering Japanese is mastering its writing systems. Speaking of writing systems, it's now time to talk about the third and most difficult, the kanji. That was my Peter Cullen impression. Yeah, remember when I said we're only going to be talking about 2 writing systems? Well, I lied, a la Arnold Schwarzenegger from Commando. Now, a lot of people are intimidated by kanji, and I understand. It is insanely difficult to memorize all these characters, and there's over 2,000 that you have to memorize in order to be literate. So, my advice to you is take it step by step. That being said, here we have a fairly simple kanji to read. This is Yami, the character for darkness. So that's why they call him Yami Yugi. I used to think it was because he likes to eat yams, fresh from the can. This symbol, as well as the other 6 attributes, are used globally. Well, what do you know? We knew some kanji all along. We just didn't know we knew. But you know what? We know now. When you see katakana or hiragana written above a kanji like this, it is known as furigana. Furigana is used to help younger readers understand the meaning of a difficult kanji. Because Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a children's card game, expect to see lots of furigana sprinkled through all them cards. Down here we see two more kanjis, ko and shu. Ko is an abbreviation for Kogeki Ryoku, which means attack power, and shu is short for Shubi Ryoku, which means defense power. Notice that both words end with Ryoku, the kanji meaning power. Remember this one. It will come up a lot in manga and video games. You'll especially see it frequently if you intend on playing tons of Japanese RPGs. And of course, how can I forget Sento Ryoku, the power levels from Dragon Ball Z? On the first wave of Japanese Yu-Gi-Oh cards, the entire kanji compound word, or jugugo, was used. This would eventually change to just Romaji for the latest template. Yeah, this tiny box is great for vanilla monsters, but for effect monsters, get out of here, come on. Yeah, I'd love to see them fit Odd Eye's Rebelling Dragon's effect in this itty bitty little box. Oh, and what was that word I used a moment ago? Jukugo? Well, when multiple kanjis are next to each other, they fuse together to create a new compound kanji called a jukugo, opening up bold new possibilities, Kaiba. Jukugo can be challenging, but are very fun and helpful once you get the hang of how they work. For example, Hana, the kanji for nose, and Mizu, the kanji for water, make the jukugo Hanamizu, which means snot. Makes sense, snot is nose water after all. So if you saw this jukugo for the first time, you know it means nozugi. Moving along, Black Magician's type is Maho Sky Zoku. Maho means magic, and Sky means user. Plop it all together and you get Maho Sky, literally meaning magic user. But it can also mean wizard, or in this case, magician. Fun fact, the 1939 film The Wizard of Oz is known in Japan as Ozuno Maho Sky. And in case you Harry Potter fans were curious of why the Japanese wizardry school was called Maho Tokuro, Tokuro means place, and Maho means magic. Put it together, what do you get? Magic place. Although, Buto no Ibo would have been a better name in my opinion. I mean, it means Hogwarts. Okay, so we have Mahotsukai meaning wizard. Now, the last part, Zoku, is the Japanese word for tribe or group. And when it's placed at the end, you get yourself an awesome compound word, Jack. Mahotsukai Zoku. Rolling on down, we finally get to the flavor text, and it reads, Mahotsukai toshita wa kogeki ryoku, shubi ryoku tomo ni saiko kurasu. Whoa, the first part is deja vu, if you've been paying attention up till now. Of course, we know Mahotsukai means magic user, or wizard, or, you know what, better yet, magician, because he is the dark magician. I mean black magician, I mean Buraku magician. And wouldn't you know, we got a few Jukugo that we know just chilling out here. Kogeki Ryoku, which means attack power, and Shubi Ryoku, which means defense power. Alright, moving right along, as if we were in a Studebaker with Fozzie Bear and Kermit the Frog, we get on to the next piece of grammar, which is toshite-wa. Now, toshite-wa is a compound particle. Wait, whoa, I'm so sorry, I forgot to tell you what a particle is. Okay, let me rewind. That was me rewinding with my mouth, so I can tell you what a particle does in a sentence. Sorry, that didn't sound like a rewind at all. That just sounded like a dying turkey. Oh, no, that sounded like a putty from the Power Rangers. Particles are markers that come after the word to tell you what that word's function in the sentence is. Particles can come in a variety of different ways and have a ton of different meanings, and they can mark a lot of different things, like the topic of the sentence, possession, an object, a destination, a start point, an end point. There's so many particles you can actually fill an entire book with all the particles that exist. And actually they have, and it's quite a good book. It's called A Dictionary of Japanese Particles, a Kodansha story. Dictionary. And I highly recommend this book because it's very handy if you ever need to look up a particle you don't know the meaning of. And according to Kodansha Particle Dictionary, it says that toshita-wa indicates a position or a circumstance. It's roughly equivalent to the English as for. The first bit we can translate as for magicians. Alright, so far so good. The bulk of BM's flavor text has been reviewed. But let's kick up the challenge just a little bit with the next bit of Bunpo. Here we see the adverb, tomoni. Tomoni means both in this context, and is directly followed by saiko kurasu. Saiko means supreme, maximum, highest, most, or best. Kurasu means class, as in rank class. Notice how kurasu is written in katakana, because it's a foreign origin word, and the katakana wants to make sure you know that. So don't go getting mad at katakana because you confused it with the Japanese origin word, kurasu, which means to live. because it told you it was not a Japanese origin word. Saiko karasu means supreme class, or even better, maximum class, or more naturally, first class. Since it's being modified by the adverb tomuni, we can translate it as both are first class. But what are both first class? The attack and defense power are. So altogether, we can translate this loosely as for wizards, he is first class in both attack and defense. Mahotsukai toshite wa kokeki roku, shubi roku tomo ni saiko kurasu. The direct translation was a bit clunky. Let's take a look at the official translation.
The ultimate wizard in terms of attack and defense.
Pretty faithful to the original text, but a bit Bob Dole, wouldn't you say, Konami? Come on, this guy's the Dark Magician. He's one of the most popular cards in the entire game. Can't you expand upon the ideas beyond just a single sentence?
The ultimate wizard in terms of attack and defense.
Yes, but couldn't you elaborate on that? What are his powers? What kind of spells can he conjure? He uses his knives, his hats, his magical cylinders, all that cool stuff. Diffusion wave motion.
The ultimate wizard in terms of attack and defense.
Who is he as a character? Who trained him in his magical arts? How many years before he mastered his abilities?
The ultimate wizard in terms of attack and defense.
How about this for flavor? A master wizard and powerful conjurer of illusions, whose magical spells are second to none. His loyalty to the king exceeds the boundaries of time and space.
The ultimate wizard in terms of attack and defense.
Love or hate the flavored text, I hope you're able to get something out of this video. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know if you want me to translate any of your favorite cards. There's so much more to learn. And as always, please give me your likes, your lunch money, hugs, kisses, you know the drill. See you later.